you are all here to find an agent by the name of Showboat, right? Right. And yeah, Sundown. You see a sign that says population 683. Took you a little while to ride, like all the way from Dirtwater, and then the fight, and all the way here. So it's kind of the sun is setting right now. You kind of see what looks like a bunch of miners, maybe some prospectors too, kind of coming out and heading and meandering into saloons and their evening festivities of the like. As you ride through town, it's at first it's mostly tents, makeshift shacks, and the like. Dry dirt road right now. You can kind of see the plains in the horizon with Rockies in the distance, just barely in view. And it's a nice breeze outside right now, springtime. As you get closer to the center of town, you start seeing more permanent structures, saloons, liveries, general stores, even a barber shop. And kind of it leads you through, and you see like on a hill, like this kind of manor, like bigger building with a gate around it as well. So, like I said, there's a lot of foot traffic right now. Looks like kind of everybody's off for the day, kind of going to go about their evening plans at the moment. You're all on horseback at the moment. What do you all do?
Well, Marshall, can we get a recap? I know we just had an interaction with. There was some speculation about the group that we encountered on the trail, that we saw a bloodied in person among their group, and I think we started blasting.
And then, and we killed Taint.
Yeah, oh yes, you killed Sheriff Tate. I don't know why I defensively correct his name for him. I feel obligated as the marshal, I guess, to not chastise even bad or evil NPCs. But
dude, his name's not Taint. It's Taint.
He's dead now. He's dead now, so we're gonna tell everyone his name was Taint.
Guys, stop bullying my NPCs. It's not cute.
Grave.
We took his body back to Dirtwater and had him buried and told him the fucking what's the name for the person that makes the headstone?
The Undertaker?
Yeah, but we told them that their name was Taint.
I see Bronny literally going up to look up for a GIF or a picture of the Undertaker. I can see him doing it right now.
The wrestler. All right. So again, you guys, you went to Dirtwater to meet up with Ace. Found out he went up north on the trail. Met up with him, or what was left of him. He passed away, kind of as you guys discovered him, and handed you a note. And your destination, was to the town of Sundown. He was supposed to be your rendezvous, but he's dead now. The only other involved member of the Twilight Legion that's investigating the area was an agent by the name of Showboat. Who her real name is Adele, by the way. You guys know her real name.
Oh, shit. She rolling in the deep.
Damn. Well, I think this only calls for one thing. Going to the bar and asking some questions.
Right.
Yeah.
My thoughts were it's been a little while since we played last, and I was trying to read my notes. And who talked to Ace before he died?
I did.
So, did you relay what he relayed what he said, right? If I remember correctly.
I relayed, and I showed them
everyone,
the letter that had like 4 words in it.
Okay. Yeah, and the letter said, and I think I relayed it to everyone else that he gave us a letter, said that gambling is key. he took my toy. One ranger, one riot. So maybe we just keep that in mind as we're going into town here. I don't know what it means yet.
Give yourself a chip. Buckskin.
Oh yeah, speaking of chips, I should probably add mine back.
And yeah, since we did skip a week, ask any other questions, any other details. That was the gist of what happened last game. That's pretty much all of it. Most of it was a fight, and you guys hanging out in dirt water for a really long time.
Oh yeah, Joey, you missed Bucky's.
I missed a lot, didn't I?
Yeah,
Damn.
they stumbled upon Bucky's.
They had a very clean.
There's a literal. Wait, so there's a literal.
Yes, it's canon.
Bucky's Emporium and Dry Goods.
Yeah, the guy that originally ran the general store in Dirtwater is now the sheriff. You remember the kind German man that gave you some chocolate?
Oh, so he's okay.
He is the sheriff, and Bucky's is now the new general store.
And instead of 100 gas pumps, there's 100 horse stalls.
Yeah, and we bought branded
also washing
ponchos
too, while you shop.
Well, that
Don't wear secular ponchos.
For the sake of that very wonderful German individual, he actually was consoling me that one evening.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta pay some respects to this man.
Yeah, he mentioned a Constance. Yeah.
Oh, he gave Buckskin chocolate to give you.
No, you're not supposed to say that. You don't know that though, Constance. You don't know.
I don't know a thing.
Constance,
I don't know a thing. I don't know shit. I don't know
Mom
shit.
doesn't know.
As a matter of fact, I wander up on my horse and I show up and I go, hey, y'all, sorry, I apologize for being a little late. I had some business to take care of back at the ranch, but I'm here now. Hopefully, I can be of assistance yet again. We had some people having to deal with some weird buffalo thing from a while back, but it's nothing to worry about now.
There's the map of the town.
Oh, Gaston.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait
Yeah.
a minute.
Gaston, you say?
Yeah. Gaston.
Gaston Gastoff.
Nobody Wild
Forgot.
West like Gaston.
Got me. Where's the Bucky's?
There's
One in every
unfortunately
town.
no Bucky's here.
Damn, dude.
Sorry.
This sucks.
Fuck this place.
We gotta move on. We gotta move on.
Well, actually,
Keep going.
the general store doesn't have a name. It's just called general store. So,
Marshall, which direction did we enter from after our interaction with the gentleman on the road?
To Sundown. A little bit northern mid Wyoming. South of Billings. Far south of Billings.
Are we coming into town from the...
Is it from the east?
Yeah, are we coming down that slope on the left, or are we coming just through the main road on the east?
Through the main road, coming from the east.
Okay.
So the first thing we'd interact with was the damn saloon?
I tend to agree.
and the keys here are not all they're not all the actual names of them. Obviously, things like Gaston's and I think Pluto's isn't even exactly the name, but yeah, Pluto's is the name. Anyway, so you go to numero 10.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, we got our horses after our run into. I'm sorry, it wasn't Billy the Kid, was it, Marshall? What was our legendary cowboy we ran into on the train?
Butch Cassidy.
Butch Cassidy. After Butch Cassidy, he was kind enough to give us our horses, and after we left the previous town, we had our interaction. I'd imagine after riding all the way to Sundown, now our horses are pretty tired, so the clip clop of our horses coming in is probably slowing down. Two Toes kind of motions to the rest of the folks in the group and says it's probably a good idea to give our horses some respite. I think we should tie them up, find a place to tie them up, give them some water and something to eat.
I mean, there is as dictated by the map, the livery and corral that we can store them in to probably give them a better chance of, instead of making them stand around and wait for us, maybe they could take care of them, keep them a little more well treated instead of stuck out here in the mud.
What do you think about that?
I don't know.
I
kind of like the idea of him being poorly treated.
No, why would you say that?
Terrible.
I'm pretty sure that's heresy, Sean. You're Texan.
I was making like when I was like, when he was considering what Joey was saying, is kind of like, I don't know. It kind of sounds nice to me.
I
ruined my own joke.
OT, what do you think? You think we could take a diversion from the bar for just a small bit to get these horses a little bit something to eat?
Oh, well, you're pressing me, but I do love my horse. So, yeah, let's get the horses fed.
Stuff. It's like, just...
Also, there's a place called Pluto's. What is an animated dog doing running a place?
Eddie Murphy? Eddie Murphy, what are you doing here?
I'm going to need more whiskey for this session.
It's about to get down and dirty.
There's 2 animated characters in this place. Gaston and Pluto.
Oh, you're right.
Wow.
Look at that.
Oh,
Mother's outfit is on point. The sleeveless fucking button up. I fuck with that.
Thank you. I just cut him off today.
Sick.
Damn. Okay. Go off, Mom.
He's going sleeveless.
Go off, Star.
It's the fate of all of at least 80% of my shirts when summer hits. Yes, that is a decanter. What are y'all doing?
We're going to feed our horses.
We're going to the livery.
Okay. Livery.
Man, you got too much nice shit.
That's why he has such a bad attitude about Ohio.
I know. What is that?
Flyover state. Just saying. Moving on. You know what's weird is you guys maybe Junior GM can help me out here, but I don't actually see livery services listed in the book. It's not under services, that's for sure.
We can get creative.
Oh, but we found this out in the first campaign.
Did we look for it in the first campaign?
We definitely
it's
found it.
Livery and corral, I thought.
Un momentito.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just let's do 10 cents a day per horse.
Okay, we'll go ahead and subtract that on our own.
Fucking inflation, man.
It's affected everything, even our game.
In this economy,
$1 a day.
Where is my current? Oh, here we go.
Grain ain't cheap, you know.
I'm gonna
used to cost me a penny. Penny and a lick.
Whatever, dude. Buckskin and Constance are freaking rich, basically.
Yeah, you don't get that way by spending all your money.
That's
God
true.
So are you implying that we're sugar babies?
Mm.
You know what they say? Poor people spend money, rich people make money.
Whoa.
You just blew my mind.
Yeah, I don't see the services anywhere, so we'll go with 10 cents in this town. It's cheap or expensive, whatever.
I've gone and deducted it.
This is to care for your horse, have them fed, have them obviously housed, and a place to store your saddle. Now, as you guys kind of pack up your horses and everything like that, let's say you're all really tired and grumpy and for some reason didn't want to talk to each other on the horse ride. What you're under, there was a bit of urgency too, so maybe it was only a couple hours ride, so you might have been pushing your horses as it wouldn't kill them. And it's a little hard to talk when you're pushing your horse. So, yeah. Do you guys catch Constance up to speed on things?
Yeah, I'd say Buck would have reiterated what he said in the beginning, reading the notes. Like, hey, we found, Ace, the person we were looking for, was dead in a wagon. Apparently ambushed or something. Or lost the fight. I don't know. Read the note about the gambling's key. Took my toy. One ranger, one riot. And welcome her back. Like, welcome back, Constance. How's the ranch going?
I love that
Really
show.
good?
I'd explain where I got the Buc-ee's poncho and the Buc-ee's general store. Which we discussed
He has
a
like
little
a
bit.
big gulp and like a Buc-ee's hat.
It's the big gulp's like made out of wood or something, but it looks like a big gulp. It's just wooden.
Those pocket knives with your name on it.
Wood gulp.
I also think the whole squad would be kind of looking at OT a little bit sideways on the ride back, because if you recall, OT had a series of graphic critical hits in which he pretty much turned people's heads into red balloons in consecutive shots. So I think the gore would be kind of shaking all of us a little bit. We're riding in a little bit solemn, a little bit more quiet than usual, because we're kind of eyeballing OT like, God damn.
You might be. I think Buck's used to that, and OT might be gunning for Buck's job here, I guess. I don't know.
This
If he's looking
Poncho
to do the right
catches
thing, maybe not.
Poncho catches bits of hair and skull and teeth and everything. It just bounces right off. I can just practically wipe it off. I ain't even got to wash it.
Yes.
By the way,
It's
Sean,
great when the rolls go that way for you. No,
I did some. There is no price in Savage Worlds or Deadlands, but I did some research, and a full service back then would have been about 25 cents for a day.
Okay,
That's full service. Like,
y'all got a little on the cheap.
Wow.
It's a small town.
I haven't got full service in a while. Anyway,
and that specific listing was from the town of. Can you guess?
Deadwood.
Yes.
Deadwood, okay.
Ohio.
That specific
Wow.
fucking town was.
Serpent Mound.
Wow.
Nice. Someday I'll visit
Hey, damn it.
Deadwood, man. I can't wait.
So about 25 cents for like
not Ohio.
full, like basically room and board, kind of for a horse.
No, not Ohio. All right. Okay, 25 cents. I'll forget that tomorrow, but help me in the future.
Right,
that'll be my medium. Medium. Anyway,
No, average.
moving on.
All right. Well, y'all. Okay. So, who is that other recipient that is still possibly alive? What was their name again?
Showboat, I believe.
Well, would they be residing within the town, or do we need to go and find them?
Well, we were told they were in here somewhere.
Let's get after it.
Sundown. Yeah. Before you go, Constance, though, I got something for you here, right here. You'll never believe this. In our confrontation, looking for Ace, Sheriff Taint was there.
Sheriff Taint.
Yeah. He's dead now.
Oh, you killed a son
Where did
bitch.
she? No, actually, I think OT did.
Wow. Is that what all the viscera and gore and guts is with residing upon your poncho?
Probably,
Y'all-
yes. Yeah. I mean, I'm used to this, but the other funny aspect of it is, as we got into Dirtwater, you might remember Gloucester from the Old Town Store there.
The lovely German gentleman who actually helped me out when I was having.
Large man.
Yeah, I had a
Very
mental
generous.
breakdown. Yeah, what about him?
He's actually the new sheriff.
You don't
So it's-
say.
I do say. I don't lie.
I do.
That was kind of actually more of a rhetorical. Never mind.
The complexities of language sometimes elude him.
Yes, I cannot grasp that.
Well, let's put these horses away and get to investigating. Maybe I'll have a little talk with that feller. Maybe we actually probably should maybe go to him first.
Well, that was back in Dirtwater. I assume we're in Sundown.
Oh yeah, that was. Oh, sorry,
correct.
that was Dirtwater. We're in Sundown. Yeah, never mind.
But no, he just was asking about you, wondering how you're doing. Said you were having an issue at some point in time, and he came across you and helped you out with it a little bit.
Oh yeah, I was down in the dumps. A big pile of shit. 2 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag, actually, as a matter of fact.
That's
How big is your hat?
5 pounds of shit.
Enormous.
So the
It just
5
keeps
pound bag
growing.
Impressed?
can contain the 2 pounds of shit easily. Then, right?
Yeah, no, that's why I was like,
A lot of shit.
5 pounds of shit in 2-pound bags.
I don't know about.
That's what I meant.
I don't know about you guys, but 2 pounds sounds about on par for me.
We all have our days.
Okay, I'm gonna rip on this.
No, but Constance,
10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag.
What you doing with them 2 pounds of shit?
What are you doing weighing it?
Well,
How do you
no,
know?
it's not so much that I'm weighing it.
I gotta-
I weigh. No, it's more of a. It's
It's
I
based off
weigh
of the amount.
myself, and then I shit, and then I weigh myself again.
Oh, really? I thought it was you felt the water
actually gonna-
splash your butt and estimated based off of how much water hit you.
Well,
The
in
displacement.
Deadlands, it's
It's a little too
outhouses.
complex for me.
It's outhouses
Mhm.
in Deadlands, so the only thing you feel on your butt are the flies. So we don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
And disease.
Yes, you feel the disease on your butt as you poop.
Oh, I can feel the disease.
Oh God,
Ooh.
cholera!
feel the
I feel the
cholera now.
cholera.
The cholera is calling.
You could say it's coloring.
It's calling. It is.
It's hollering.
That's got to be
So
a
anyway,
thing.
Hollering and collaring.
10
Got
cents
my
a
number.
day.
And
Someone said 10 cents a day. I
so,
think.
anyways,
Yes.
yeah, where did I leave off? I don't even remember now.
You're catching Constance up to speed.
Yeah, so it's like he was asking about you. He just wondering how you're doing.
By the way-
he also said to give this to you, piece of chocolate. It's basically a big chocolate bar that he handed me, so I handed it over.
It's got a
Said
Bucky stamp on it.
for you.
I was going to say
Yeah,
also,
this is-
there was a number of
class or
reveals.
official.
I think she may have known that Two Toes has the ability to conjure voodoo magic, but I'm not sure if she was aware also that. Apologies, I'm getting in character names here. I'm not sure if she's aware
That Two Toes
that
has
Rusk-
IBS.
No, that I'm not sure if she was aware that Rusk also had the ability to. Because isn't that something you mentioned, Marshall? That it's not necessarily always known whether or not people can conjure power, right?
Constance did see me use my powers during the fight against on the train.
Oh, the illusion, right?
The illusion, and I did throw out a exploding magical card and had my deflection on as well.
Oh
That's
yeah,
right.
no. Constance has been aware of some of the stuff previously. I think it was even in our first session where she called out Rusk about their little companion. So I've been aware of some magic before. I mean, if I didn't know Two Toes, I feel like Constance would have been like, "Yeah, that guy knows some kind of magic. He knows something." Like, there's no way.
I just say it's God's gift, and sometimes his gifts are a little weird. And we have 2 toes, so that's just what it is.
And then there's Two Toes.
Well,
Praying
my gift
for him.
definitely ain't from God. I can tell you that much.
All right. Well,
so
that being said, I feel the need to press that moment that we do need to go out and find this individual. But put the horses up, and everybody, maybe we do a little scatter kind of situation. Go and look around the town, and maybe we'll all take points just to try to find him.
Sounds like a plan. Keep your eyes out for any gambling gossip can talk.
Well,
I think that might
that's my
be.
specialty.
Yeah, that definitely might be Renee's
Just-
specialty.
Not
Better
saying you
take
gotta
those
get
tea
involved,
with
but
you.
maybe just listen in. We don't know what we're dealing with yet.
Well, I find that usually if you play with someone and you give them the upper hand for the first few rounds, they tend to loosen up a little bit.
I'm not a gambling man, Rusk, but if that's the best way to approach it and you feel, then you do you. But we'll be around. Maybe we should team up. I don't know if you guys want to split up at all.
Take the
Well,
bar.
Considering that we got a ranger missing, I say splitting up one into groups of one would be a bad idea.
Yeah, Two Toes doesn't
Maybe
imbibe
group of two.
too much, although doesn't imbibe in alcohol, I should say. Doesn't imbibe in other medicinal spirits. So he is more interested in taking care of his horse, and then also, just like in the previous town, checking out the general store to check his provisions. But yeah,
Might I recommend we split up into 2 groups of 3? Each group should have at least one individual skilled in, matters of the spiritual, so to speak. After all, Twilight Legion don't send us after some
Some people say I
bandits.
got that ability. They usually send people to the spirit world, but it's a spiritual ability I got.
What, like your brother?
Oh, that too, I guess.
I think it might be best if we stick together.
Well, let's fast forward through the provision aspect, and I think we should follow what Constance says. And does anyone have a lead on where we might find the person that we're seeking?
Well, the note mentioned gambling, so whichever place around here has gambling, most likely in the saloon.
I'm gonna wager that OT is leading the pack, as so to speak. As we're walking into the bar, I think OT is the one in the front, kind of marching towards the front, because mentioned many times already. Interested in getting to the bar.
Yeah, we're talking and walking, because OT would probably be the type of guy that's like talking, but he's kind of moving us along by moving
Exactly.
towards the saloon.
Sauntering away as you guys are still kind of discussing
I
things.
think I'll roll with OT.
Well, I think the saloon's probably our best bet either way,
Keep us
since
somehow together.
it's the best place to gather information about the town. Barkeeps always know the most.
Always the best place to get information I've found. Other than the local sheriff, if you guys want to hit up that.
If the
But,
saloon don't have gambling, we can always ask where they do have gambling around here, because that's
Get a
the
couple
key
drinks
according to
to-
that note.
couple
Yes, we'll
drinks to
get
loosen
some
our
drinks,
tongue.
OT.
Before we talk to this marshal or whatever business. Always easier to talk to the cops after you've had a couple drinks.
Facts.
Was the
about
term
it.
cops even a thing back then?
Yeah, talk
In
to the
England,
five.
maybe. Copper.
Hey, Cab.
The 5-0.
Talk to the pigs.
I don't know. The English made that up. Police would cop you. Call them coppers.
Oh, I didn't know that. Is that true?
Yeah,
Yeah,
cop
it
is a word that people said.
Walking into the saloon, are there how many people are in there? I'm
You walk
looking
into
for
the
ladies.
saloon. It's a small saloon. There aren't any rooms in this particular saloon. The bar is on the right hand side with two bartenders. It's fairly long. It's not bad. It looks like it was built fairly past decade at least. Even has some nice glass on the back of the bar where they put the bottles, and you can see some lettering on it. And embroidery probably isn't the right term, but you guys get the idea. It's got a few tables where some people are playing poker.
Well, Mr. Marshall, I have a question of utmost importance. Do they have community nuts?
They don't.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Popcorn?
I'm just
I
kidding.
started shooting.
I'm
Gotta
just
go.
kidding. Flip a coin for me, Nico.
Ooh.
In the game, you don't
In the
have to
game,
look for
in
a
the
physical
game,
coin.
in the game.
Come on.
Yeah,
Heads or
get it
tails?
right, get it right.
All right.
Heads or tails?
Don't lie though. Tails.
Heads.
Tails.
There are no community nuts. This is a travesty.
Oh!
Travesty.
Looks like somebody's got to die.
We got to burn the whole town down. The whole town has to burn
Place is
down.
an
They-
abomination.
they do not
The
serve
whole damn
food
thing.
here. You can tell that they only serve
Golly.
beer. Of course,
Okay,
it's warm.
getting better. It's getting
and a
It's
liquor
getting worse.
that is a popular liquor in the West called casket varnish.
Do they have craft brew?
No,
My
they don't.
immediate for Constance, my immediate thing is I'm gonna go and find a seat, but a vantage point where I can look and perceive or peruse the saloon itself. If maybe I can find anybody. Do we have a description of what they looked like, or do we need to just literally go about and like being like, "Hey, are you such and such?"
You've got a name, Showboat.
Govin, you
I
have
can't-
the what was the contents of the letter? You have that written down. Could you read that out for me?
Again?
Yeah.
I've read it 3 times. I've read it 2 times.
We'll read it again, goddammit!
We'll read it again. God damn it.
Sorry, bear with me a second here.
I can't imagine being named Showboat
it's-
and not being in the saloon.
It's gambling is key. He took my toy. One ranger, one riot. So it sounds like gambling. Someone has something.
What the hell? I actually look over.
Toy. The first thing that comes to my mind is a gun. I don't know why.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
So I want to. You said, was there multiple tables gambling in the saloon, or was it just like one off to the side?
It looks like a couple tables with some laborers playing poker.
So yeah, could I scan across the people at the tables to see if any of them have, as Govan said, a badge or like a gun that it would be unusual for someone of their status to have,
something more
like
fancy.
that, something that doesn't fit with like a laborer.
Roll a notice check at a -2.
Okay.
Are you talking to me while you're looking for this? Or you're just kind of perusing around. I'm just gonna go to the bar initially. I think when I walk in with Russ.
That's a 0, sir.
Good to use a chip.
I feel like you're goading me, and I'm not going to get any information out of this anyway. But
I think you should use it.
We end with like 30 of them anyway.
It don't matter.
Just.
He's flush.
I'm sorry, Ryan. Am I giving you guys too many chips? Should I dial that back a little bit?
No, shut up,
Ryan, shut your ass up, Ryan.
Okay, let's
Take all their
compromise.
chips. I don't
You
need
can let's compromise. You can reduce Ryan's chips.
Don't fucking ruin this for me.
She clearly doesn't
I
need them.
disagree with that too.
You ain't need chips when you got skill.
Ryan clearly doesn't need them, so
Thank
Ryan
you.
has no chips.
Although you got it, definitely, I think luck played a part in your 7 consecutive critical shot headshots.
Hey, you make your own luck, buddy.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
Buck used to do
fucking
that, but he got too old.
Shay.
Yeah, so that's a fail on the notice check. Buckskin, you go up to the bar. You see a fairly young man behind the bar wearing a vest and a banded collar, shirt underneath the vest, wearing some pretty nice, not pinstripe, kind of wider stripe. I forget the term for it, but like what black and gray striped pants, suspenders over them, leather suspenders, playing a beer mug.
Hello, young sir. I was wondering if I just get myself a beer.
Oh, yes, sir. I believe that'll be 5 cents.
I put down 7 cents. They're 2 pennies as a tip, I guess. I don't know if that's good or bad. But...
Good. Much appreciated.
Tipping culture isn't a thing yet, but sure.
It is if you want information.
That's true.
And once he hands me the beer, I'm just going to kind of sip on it, turn around at the bar, and just kind of look around at the people sitting at the tables, trying to see what I can see, if I can make any note of anything that stands out to me that might relate to people with unique items on them, specifically related to like a ranger type item, whether it's a firearm or a badge or something else.
Sure. Roll a notice check at a -2.
So just to make sure, it was made aware with that note that it was something that literally belonged to Buckskin, right? That was taken from him.
Not Buckskin, that's from the other guy.
The ranger's name was Ace Carson.
Yeah.
Oh,
biggest-
taken from this other ranger.
Yeah, another ranger. The biggest thing that stands out to you, Buckskin, is at the end of the saloon, there is a pretty nice piano laying against the wall with a man sleeping on it. He even has a little pillow, little throw pillow that he's resting his head on at the piano. And it says...
shaped like you.
And it says 2 cents per song and a wooden sign just above the piano.
All right. Just gonna kind of Well, I just keep my eyes out, I guess, for the moment.
Yeah,
While I sip
Busket's
on my
gonna
beer.
walk up to the bar to join Buckskin, and well, you spotted anything with those sharp eyes of your ranger, or nothing of
There.
interest?
Nice musical instrument over there in the corner where the person apparently is sleeping at the piano there.
I look towards the
Other than
barkeeper.
that,
Could I get a beer? And,
I'm buying.
All right.
well, thank you, partner.
Slams down a nice foamy, warm beer for you.
Well, people here know how to give beer a proper head.
What's that about giving head, sir?
Well, that's what it's called. The foam on the beer is called a head.
I ain't never heard that. Thought you were saying something a little funny.
He ain't spitting foul. He's telling the truth.
We would have
I've
talked
heard-
about this before, but are we open to the idea of just asking for Showboat by name? Or are we trying to stay inconspicuous?
I would say inconspicuous.
Well,
probably
we
better.
are, but OT? Will OT be willing to stay?
Well,
Thank you.
I'm interested in this. I'm interested in the piano player there. I think if we can flick him a quarter, ask for a song, and maybe a little bit of information.
A quarter? Jesus Christ, that's like 10 times the asking rate.
Yeah, it'd probably be closer to a nickel.
All right. What do you do?
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, Two Toes kind of fishes through his pockets. First, starting with, there's a number of pouches on his. The first is a tobacco pocket. Another smaller one is a different kind of dried herb, and then the final one has the kind of the cling of his coins, and fishes out. I'm trying to think. In this era, it would be an Indian head nickel, wouldn't it? Those are worth a whole lot of money
Ooh.
nowadays. Those are worth, and canonically at least, and fishes one out and kind of walks over to the gentleman who's sleeping next to the piano player and kind of nudges him and says, "Excuse me, sir."
He kind of lifts his head up and opens one eye at you. He's an older man. Yeah.
Sir, I was wondering what songs you might know.
Song you want to hear?
Let me find something.
Let me look at my encyclopedia full of different song names, and I'll be
Yeah.
right back with you.
Big Iron.
Pulls out his phone.
Something's in his
Big
hand.
guy.
El Paso,
Yes.
out
Sir,
in
do
the
you know-
West Texas town of El
Selena.
Paso.
Sir, do you know Dixie by Dan Emmett?
Dixie by Danny. You really did.
No, Marshall's got to look it up too.
I gotta look it up.
Deep cut. Deep cut, Two Toes. Damn. Even Bethel's like, wow.
Where did this come from, man? What the hell? How do you know
Toes
about
is
that
just
song?
a hipster, just rides
All
around
this
a
time?
unicycle.
He
All this time, you didn't tell me you had this kind of taste of music?
looks at you, said, "Yep," and lays his head back down.
What's the price for a song and perhaps a bit of information, my friend?
Songs on the side. He lifts up, flips the sign over, and on the other sign it says "waking fee 1 shot."
Two Toes just kind of nods quietly and looks back towards the bar. I think OT, Rusk, and others are there, and kind of makes a motion, and as if to shot, and then two, and points towards the bar.
I shoot him in the back.
Oh my god.
The younger
How much are
bartender,
shots?
down in
Mom?
cold blood.
younger bartender calls over to the older bartender at the other end. Virgil, two shots of casket varnish, please.
Yeah.
And grabs one of the labelless bottles that's sitting on the glass display on the back of the bar, and pours 2 shots for you.
I
20
just
cents.
suddenly got smacked in the face by a realization.
Go on.
What the last line of the message, "One riot, one ranger," or something like that? That's a statue in Texas, isn't it? based off of like a ranger story.
I don't know. The only statue I know really that's popular in Texas is Sam Houston statue.
So Two Toes, does Two Toes receive the? Oh, sorry.
They pour you 2 shots, 20 cents.
20 cents for the pair. Two Toes is handed the shots and then nudges the fella who kind of nudges the fella with the 2 shots in his hand, kind of like this, looking a little bit out of place because he himself doesn't drink that much, kind of like a freshman in college. Like, what do I do with my hands? And nudges the fella.
I don't know what to do with my hands. All right, yeah, he accepts your shot. Slowly gets up, cracks his head, puts the pillow under the piano, takes the shot. Dixie, you said, right?
Dixie, yes sir, by Dan Emmett. He's my favorite.
You said something else
Who
about
totally exists right now.
Information.
Yeah, maybe you could start playing. I think the sound might drown out our conversation.
To shelf. And you guys start hearing a piano play in the saloon.
Can I meander over to where Two Toes is at, just to kind of not right up next to him, but behind the piano, just maybe to lean on it. I don't know, just listen if I can.
Cool. All right, he starts playing. It's pretty loud.
Two Toes kind of resigns now that he's gotten the response that he was anticipating. Kind of looks over back towards Buckskin to kind of lead the conversation, understanding the way, cognizant of the way that he looks and the way that it might provoke a response. Kind of is motioning for Buckskin to be the one to initiate the conversation about who we're looking for.
Rusk will follow behind Buckskin, taking out his packet of cigarillos and waving it in Two Toes' direction, asking if you want one.
Yeah, and Two Toes kind of backs away after the piano starts playing and kind of motions for Buckskin to have the conversation, and also nods to Rusk, accepting the cigarette. Take it away, Buckskin.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you do it, but
yeah, the two of us are just gonna be smoking while you interrogate the piano player.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll
Take it away.
walk over and be like, "Evening, sir. Been driving drunk tonight, have you?" Just kidding. That's not what I said.
Look like you've had a few yourself, partner.
Yeah, just started actually, but no, I'm here to meet a friend of mine. May have heard the name here at some point. Showdown? Is that what it is?
Showboat.
Showboat.
I'm sorry. Showdown. Showboat. Showboating. Showboat.
He's kind of
Familiar.
looks up at you a little puzzled. I'll be one more shot.
Did you already drink both?
Two Toes listening to the conversation, kind of ashes his cigarette and looks at Rusk and hands him it, and is making his way towards the bar. Would you mind holding this?
Sure thing, partner.
Moves towards the bar and looks over at Buckskin. 2, 4, 5. He's like doesn't know the etiquette for how many shots.
Oh, for the love of hell! You hear Constance. She actually gets up as well. She moves
Constance
over.
Comes out of nowhere with a steel chair.
She moves over to next to Buckskin and goes.
Smashes over the head.
She goes, "Sir, you've already had yourself a little bit of a drinky poo, ain't you? We have just a couple questions, and if you do not mind, I would not want to have to put my hands on you. Please, tell us what we would like to know."
Wow.
That sounds like an intimidation to me.
Yes, sir, it is.
Wow.
So it literally Constance
Damn.
out of nowhere with a steel chair.
That's cool.
I didn't say names. I'm just kind of looking over, just like.
Hey.
He puts his hands out. Whoa, Missy. Okay, and you notice the music does not stop playing. And then he puts his hands back down. All right, yeah, sure. Everybody knows Showboat.
What?
I was just messing.
Wait a minute. You could have been playing that music this whole time
I'm sorry.
while you were asleep? You're not playing the music. Get your hands off that damn thing.
Big phony.
So you're a phony.
He stops the crank on the side of the piano.
All right, so you could have we could have cranked that. You didn't do it. You didn't do shit.
Listen, I could have been cranking that soldier boy.
Regardless.
I
that's
never said I would play the song. I said it's
Like-
the sign
look.
clearly says 2 cents for his song and a shot
All right,
to wake
and I'm
me up.
gonna give you 2 cents and a piece of my mind if you don't shut the hell up right now
Okay,
and tell us
like,
what we need to know.
You're probably talking about Showboat the performer. Okay, she's that's a Dale Jackson. All right, I think that's her actual name. Stage name's Showboat.
Somebody write that down.
Showboat. Stage name
Jackson.
Showboat. I reckon. You guys know her name's Adele Jackson. Or your character's name.
That's precisely who we are referring to now. Where the hell is she?
She sings over at Gaston's, man. She's mighty pretty one, that
Wow.
one too. But yeah, she's over there. Sings almost every night.
Thank you for your time.
I'm gonna
These
put my
shits-
head
anyway.
back on this pillow.
We're drinking them whiskeys, so sorry.
Y'all can go
That
ahead and
was
drink
our
the
fourth
whiskey.
shot.
I
All right.
don't know about you, but I ain't a fan of his use of the word almost every night. But
Good point.
So it was across the street at where is it? At Pluto's?
Gaston.
Gaston's.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
they sing about how they can do a lot of things. Because nobody does it like Gaston.
Okay.
Are y'all fellas
Get cut
and
off.
yo
Okay.
you guys coming in for the event?
What
says that?
event
Sorry.
exactly?
Which
You're
con?
an event?
Oh, the
Urcon.
competition, the quick draw competition, day after tomorrow. Should
Well-
be
Oh,
around
that
high
actually-
noon right there over on Main Street. Don't want to miss
That
it.
is a wonderful.
Well, no,
Wonderful
but we were
thing you
here
bring
for
that up.
originally, but I'm quite
I
sure
have-
we ain't gonna try that.
So I don't like to throw names out there, but my friend here, and I gestured to Buckskin. He is quite the immaculate gunslinger. I mean, we have quite a lot of good gunslingers amongst this group here, but that man's actually really good. Ain't you, Buckskin? Tell him, let him know.
Tell him about you. Tell him about you.
Go
You
on,
know how
go
many
to give,
people
like,
have come
go on,
into
don't
town
be
this
shy.
past week saying they're one of the best gunslingers this side of the Mississippi?
heard too.
Well, they're all fucking liars.
Oh,
all right.
okay.
I'm giving Constance kind of like an evil side-eyed look. I'm like, I don't I don't want to tell people that.
Well,
Go on,
it's-
Buckskin. Tell him.
Go off.
He's
Go
humble.
off.
Okay, all right.
He's humble.
Look, listen.
Let him
all right.
cook.
You know what? Look, I was just throwing it out
Let
there.
him barbecue.
I go over to Bucks and go, I apologize. Hey, you piano player or piano liar,
My
you go ahead and
name's
go back down and let
Clive,
us sleep.
okay?
I'll.
Clive,
You look like
sure.
a Clive.
Wait, I'm a little confused here. So this is outside of character. This guy said there's a gun competition tomorrow. Is
Day
that
after
what it is?
tomorrow.
Day after
That's
tomorrow.
right.
By the way, fun fact, the word for that is aftermorrow.
They didn't talk like that.
Boo.
They did. That is actually a word from this era.
After
We're talking
tomorrow.
about it's after tomorrow,
Sounds like a.
the day after the next day.
Where the hell are you from? Fucking Florida?
No, Ohio.
Nobody talks like that over here.
Hey, excuse me.
Well, I suppose we should head over to Gaston.
Sound like one of them Spaniards in Florida after tomorrow. Sounds old.
How about you
Well-
sit your happy ass down and go back to sleep before I knock you one across the throat?
So aggressive.
Jeez.
You know what, ma'am? That sounds like an excellent idea. I think I will oblige.
And then his head just boom.
Dragged across the piano.
Look, I just want to let y'all all know that I've been trying to turn a leaf, but sometimes when we drag on like this, I get a little pissed. I'm gonna be madder than hell. So let's get on to it.
Wait.
Have a
One
shot,
quick.
Dale.
Are you the Buckskin, Frank Leslie?
Uh-oh.
Frank Leslie?
My
Two
mistake.
Toes-
I thought you might be.
By the way,
Wait, who?
famous.
Two Toes looks back at Russ and kind of motions for the cigarette that's half burning in his hand as if to get it back. And the two of them kind of sit side by side smoking, looking at
we're just like...
watching as this watches this. Ooh.
He says that real quick and then sees Constance and says, "Oh, never mind."
There's only one Buckskin, and it's me.
Was Constance doing it like
It's William Madsen, just so you know.
Ball crushing motion?
I fucking was pretending to like make a hand gesture like I was gonna crush his balls.
You'll be singing fucking higher pitch than that piano in a second.
I'm just saying, it's not the first Buckskin I heard. I think you might even be in town.
Yeah, you'll hear a lot, and none of them is me.
I did hear.
Well, actually, there's an
That
entire
is
book
the
about him.
Buckskin. Okay, like
It's true.
Well, I've heard of two Buckskins. Both of them come out of Texas, but the only one I heard of was one Frank Leslie. Recent past, but I don't really get out that much.
Frank Leslie.
Yes, ma'am.
he's the best version.
Oh,
What is shooting?
We might be getting bogged down here. Let's return to the case at hand.
Wow.
Return.
Anyway,
okay.
Center yourselves.
sorry.
While we walk out to go over to Gaston's, I'm like leaning over to Buckskin. I'm like, "Your name ain't Frank. Your name ain't Frank Leslie, is it? What?
The hell it is.
You should raise your voice at me.
Leslie,
You gonna let him talk to you like that, Frank?
I'm gonna punch you real hard in the arm, Buckskin. Don't raise your voice like that at me. Ever. Damn.
I ain't raising it, but it caught me off guard, you know?
As you two are kind of arguing, Rusk just walks past you and says, "Oh, will you two just get a room already?"
No. No.
What?
Why would
Absolutely
you do
fucking not.
Actually, no.
that? What are you doing?
Yes.
Well, we're going to Gaston.
How much is 4 shots of casket cleaner or whatever it's called?
Oh,
Casket
Lord
varnish.
Jesus.
It's get cleaner.
So
He's getting juicy, huh?
casket varnish, and a lot of liquors were made out of things on hand in the Old West, and some of them had interesting names that were literally made from the things that they're named after. But casket varnish is 10 cents a shot.
Well,
I need to do a couple of deductions here because I've been making purchases.
I slapped down 50 cents on the bar.
Damn, money back.
All right.
I hope you ain't.
Oh, yeah.
That's 4 and a tip.
OT, yeah, good. I ain't participating.
OT's a
That's
tip.
I'm not about that right now.
Drunk?
Right. A shot. You know, it's only $2 for the bottle, sir. If you'd prefer.
Don't encourage him. Don't encourage him.
Oh, Artemis, it's
I walk over.
my nature. I
That
suppose.
sounds.
I walk over and give 150 onto the table and just say, "Just take it and let's get going."
All right. I'll reach over and just kind of snatch the bottle out of his hands. Tip my hat.
He nods at you.
$2. $2 is a lot of money.
Not when you ain't paying. Let's go, Two Toes.
Hell yeah, brother. All right. Gaston's. You guys walk through town. Gaston's is a pretty large building, as you can see depicted in the image there. 2-story building. Excuse me. Whiskey's kicking back a little bit.
Well, damn.
Let me get the description up for Gaston's here.
The whiskey's fighting me. Oh.
How?
It's fighting me hard.
This is clearly the biggest saloon at the center of the town, and you guys notice some things that really stand out to you. That definitely the Constance and Buckskin haven't seen in a good long while. There are electric lights lighting the opening to the building.
Fancy.
The building, the two front doors of the building are glass. They're not the Batwing saloon doors that are famous, even though they didn't actually use them a ton in the West. And as soon as you walk in, you immediately are comforted with climate control.
No way.
What?
Electric lights and climate control?
It is a little cooler in here.
What now going on?
I throw my hat off the backside and just like kind of like put on my coat. Like,
Well,
what
now,
the hell is going on here?
Electric lighting wasn't that surprising, but I haven't seen this since, well, probably since I left New Orleans.
Electric lighting, yeah, it's more common than it was in the actual mid 1880s of our history, but I mean, it's still this far west, this remote. Don't see it a ton. You definitely didn't see power lines do exist also. They're starting to trail power lines here and there, but you definitely didn't notice any in the town.
I look to Buck and I go, man, okay, the lights maybe we could use at the ranch, but I mean this this wind coming in here, hell, the office could use one of these. This shit's crazy.
Office.
The office
This ain't
ain't even
natural.
done yet. Come on. I mean, we're living out here in nature's, God's grace. We don't need this newfangled air.
I mean, I don't believe in no goddamn God no more, but if this is God's grace, hell, I'll accept it. Shit.
I'm with you, Buck. This ain't right. If I'm
Yeah,
not
this-
sweating bullets 24/7, something's wrong.
You're not
The
living.
hell
if
is
you ain't
this?
sweating.
So,
Oh, damn.
as you guys walk in, so there's a grand stairway just immediately at the wall directly in front of you. To the left, you do see some poker tables. You see some maybe a little blackjack table. You see a chuck-a-luck table. Some other assorted gambling games. And to the right, you see some more tables. And to the far right wall, I'm sorry, I didn't finish the left. The far left wall is the bar, long bar, with a few bartenders behind it. To the far right, there is yet another piano that is currently blasting out some dope tunes. To the northeast of the wall of the building, you see a big stage with light, right, with even some lights shining onto the stage. And yeah, then the stairway in the middle that leads to the second floor. So, as you guys walk in, you hear a beautiful voice singing right now. And you see a gorgeous woman in a very colorful dress, kind of working her way through a big crowd of just rough dudes all around the stage. Just they're all packed kind of on the right hand side watching her as she sings, and she kind of like picture Roger Rabbit. I forget her name in the movie, but
Jessica Rabbit.
Thank you. As she's kind of working the crowd, singing, like something you see like in the 40s and everything like that. She goes over, she leans up on the piano and kind of gestures, flips her leg in the air. She walks over to a table and caresses her finger under like a prospector's bearded chin, and then lifts his head up and then flicks him away. She jumps on a table and kicks a glass over. She's doing a big show, and everybody's just eating it up. So she, beautiful woman. Let me get a full description for you here. Oh, was I? Yeah, she's wearing a purple and black outfit, purple corset, has blackish purple, like a silken glove going all the way up to her forearm. She's got dark skin, kind of like a lace headdress, big purple fan that she's kind of using as a prop as she sings around and everything like this. Yeah. That is what you guys meet as you enter into Gaston's.
Well, I think we found suspect number 1 for Showboat.
What do you all do as you enter in Gaston? See this big spectacle with a big crowd cheering on.
Fucking Constance RKOs.
From the
Fly kicks on the stage.
Tell me what you know.
No, I think in this moment, Constance is is the show is still going. She's still performing and everything.
You know what,
The show didn't
Constance?
start, I assume, right?
You know what? Just for you, Constance. At a big finale happens,
Fucking fireworks and shit.
and she throws
What?
out a hat, and the crowd, a big applause. Woo!
The hat hits Constance in the face.
Did my mic won't pick up me whistling? Jesus, that's weird.
I'm actually a pretty good whistler.
No, it won't pick it up. But yeah, like
No more whistling. No more whistling.
they're hooting, they're hollering, and the lights all come up. The whole place gets fully illuminated now. You thought it was illuminated at its capacity when you walked in, but no, sir. Mm-mm. They were dimmed. All right, now it's very bright. You see a few, a good few of the audience members are trying to kind of talk her up, and trying to get a kiss here, maybe on the cheek, or trying to get an autograph. She's getting surrounded right now.
Is this supposed to be Showboat?
Possibly.
Yeah, we thought it was a no good cowpoke. It
He has
could
the
be.
voice of an angel.
Can I just ask somebody nearby, like, is that Showboat? You little rascal.
How is OT less?
So he's
He's
so
dirty little
intimidating.
rascal.
He's so
Does
scary.
You
You ask
have negative Riz?
you ask an
Yeah,
8-year you ask an
he has the
8-year-old
riz.
boy, apparently.
What the hell are you doing in here?
Slap him over the back of the head.
Oh,
Turn that ass on out here.
about?
Yes,
Is your
yes,
mom up
of
there?
course that's Showboat. You must be new in town. Yeah, that's her right there. Hurry, get an autograph before. Oh, and I heard just before she goes backstage, sometimes she'll take a suitor with her. But yeah, that's her. Get your autograph while you can. Okay, I'm gonna go.
Why
Bye.
did they goddamn?
How the hell
Why
did
does the kid know?
Go and find your mother, you little shit. Go ahead and find your mother. Where the hell's your mother?
He
You
points
better
at
quit
the
that
stage.
nonsense.
I think during the show, Buck would have just found a seat and just kind of sat for a minute. Kind of.
Oh, it's a packed house.
No seats. Sorry, Buckaroo.
Well, someone's getting out of a fucking seat. I'm taking one.
Oh, whoa, hey!
You just
Taking a
sit in their
look.
lap.
Taking a page out of Constance book.
Well,
I'm
because
making
Rusk likes to be discreet.
No, I'll just lean against the corner. I guess. if
He's
there's
gonna.
no seats.
Rusk likes to be more discreet, so he's gonna walk in like eye line of Showboat, and maybe
Two Toes walks up to the table closest to the bar and kind of quietly, solemnly, just kind of leans over the table at the four gentlemen who are the four miners and prospectors that are there, and kind of leans down and looks at them,
There's four minor prospectors? What the hell? What?
utilizing his intimidation, Marshall, if you'd like me to, and doesn't say anything, but just looking at them and recognizing the way that he looks, expects them to evacuate their table as he makes one small movement, like, get.
Okay, yeah, you see a table of four commingling both miners and prospectors. And if you're trying to...
I saw that, Bridie.
And if
I saw that too.
They're kind of... I feel like they're kind of a gang, you know?
Called
I don't
out.
know if miners would hang out with prospectors or not, but These guys are cool.
It's like they have a click.
Yeah, like, oh, you work in dirt, I work in a mountain. I'm better than you. But yeah, if you want to get them to vamoose aggressively, it would be an intimidation. They look at you angrily and look at each other and look at you, and they kind of stand up. All right, might catch you later. They walk past you.
That isn't ominous in the slightest.
Wow.
Two toes. After
Ethel
the
sits down like it's no thing. She just takes a seat.
after the four gentlemen get up, Two Toes grabs another stool and another chair from to the left and the right and pulls them up to the table and motions to the rest of the team to have a seat.
All right, Rusk. You do the Twilight Legion sign. She does not notice you. She is quite occupied, and her attention is getting pulled away. You're just facing the crowd at the moment.
Well, I guess I'll go over to the others then. Do I even want to ask how you got the table?
How I got the table?
Do I even want to know?
Two Toes just kind of smirks and shakes his head. No.
All right. Sometimes no questions is better than answers.
Well, our showboat seems a little distracted, but we all know why we are here. We have to have a conversation with this individual. Does anybody have any plans?
I say, just like
Well.
what Ben said, sometimes she takes back a suitor with her. I think one of you gentlemen can maybe get back there
Well,
when she's done.
who would you see as her type?
What?
And he aims at Gale and Bethel. I don't know women. I don't know.
I think maybe Buckskin. He's the most normal looking of y'all.
Normal.
What the fuck?
Ma'am,
No
I am
offense.
just a southern
I mean,
man
no
wearing a
offense.
suit.
I mean,
Hold
no
on.
offense.
Hold on.
Everybody caught a stray right there.
Hold on. Because you know what?
Like I sees them.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you right now. I think Bethel has something there.
Mm-hmm. Might be on
Thank
something.
you.
Because
Thank you.
for first and foremost, I do find him to be very plain. But
All right.
Women like a humble man.
Take it easy.
I'm not at this table. You guys are all talking. I'm not at this table. Fuck
Take
y'all.
it easy.
look, I'm just saying.
Buckskin's just watching the
whoever-
performance. We're talking
like,
about him.
What does it mean about the suitor
I'm leaning
shit?
against the wall watching and just trying.
Like if she requires a suitor, is she looking for somebody that she deems most attractive, or is this like a money thing? Right? I can only assume.
Well, judging by how packed the crowd is in here, I doubt it's money. She must be getting paid well if she's drawing
So
on these
then,
crowds.
somebody who looks slicker than liquor, we need to have them. So you know what? As a matter of fact, and I go into this is actually something I've been sitting on in my inventory for a little while.
Oh
No way.
shit.
I have
way.
I have a disguise kit.
Gonna put a mustache on.
I've had a disguise
Ew.
kit. I've had a
Love it.
disguise kit since the beginning.
Why do we need a disguise? Also,
You are
okay,
quite
I love
really-
I want to
I
know.
remember
So-
this
I
being
wanna know.
discussed.
I love this so much.
So
I want to
look,
saying Buckskin is the most normal as he has a fucking rope scar around his neck. Meanwhile, Rusk is over
That
here
is true.
looking like a southern gentleman with no.
Looking like a
strange
Chad.
thing.
well then,
It's
well
just
then,
a southern-
Alpha Chad.
so this is something.
Let Buckskin.
Buckskin is
Yeah.
the Chad.
He's like 80
Listen,
years old.
I'm gonna have y'all understand something real quick.
Okay.
Just like to give you a perspective. All right.
Give it to me.
When-
Give it to me straight.
For you, Two Toes, the beautiful eloquence of your native culture, all of that upon yourself, probably a little not to the norm. Yeah, it's a little different, and people can be different, but like I think that you have a very niche, beautiful look about you that may not be eloquated towards this woman who is. And I point over to her, and she's what you said that she's literally Jessica Rabbit, like very fancy, like. I don't know if she'd be. She's to the nines. I don't know if she'd be looking after Two Toes. Buckskin is also a very well humbled individual, and he has his way with words. He's just a humble bartender, just a humble space bartender. But
a humble ranger. I
spawned into the fucking bartender from Alien. I don't know. I think it would have to be why don't we do this? OT and Russ, give us a little demonstration of your prowess, the way that you would peruse, or perhaps maybe try to try to
pick up one of these ladies.
It would definitely be between the two of you, because we have a mission to deal with right now, and y'all need to take this seriously. You understand? So you're approaching a woman. You come and say hello. You're trying to woo her. Now you tell me. And we're gonna use Two Toes as an example. He's the woman in this situation. All right. You both go up to her and you tell us how you would approach this situation. All right. And you know what? I'm gonna actually flip a coin. I pretend to flip a coin. I immediately pick OT. OT, I pretend to flip one. You approach Two Toes, and you tell me how you would try to woo this woman. All right, ready? Set the scene.
All right.
Go. So we're okay, real quick. So we're all at the table. I've just scared away the crowd of a mix of West Side Story prospectors and miners. They normally don't hang out, but they've set aside their differences. I've scurried them all away. I pulled some stools and some chairs up. We're sitting at this table, and now he's going to try and hit on me, so that way we could practice for when we try and get the vivacious woman from whatever that cartoon was to try
and
get
do this with your boys.
Is the deal.
Summarize what's happening in case I'm.
This isn't how you normally try to practice with your boys, dude. Just to. All right,
so
and you don't make out with your boys to practice.
Get after it. All right, let's take this seriously now, and I'm gonna be. Just get after it.
Serious.
Dead
OT,
serious now.
Hold on. Oh my OT. It's awfully hot in here.
So with his back turned, not facing, he slowly turns around, one hand on his pistol, the other holding the bottle of casket varnish. He takes a swig of the bottle and he saunters forward, standing awkwardly close in between Two Toes' knees at this point, and he goes, "My lady, you got some mighty large knockers." And
roll
Two Toe looking.
Roll charisma. OT.
I'm gonna immediately cut you off there.
Wait, no. Roll charisma, OT, because that might have been the sexiest thing somehow on the planet.
That's
First of all, knockers is an insane word to use in
Two
this.
Toes has never heard anything.
You got some nice udders on you.
Knockers is a wild phrase to
Jesus
use here.
I'm from the South, I'm sorry.
Mute that, man.
Oh my freaking god! What?
Which is her cost.
What? What do you mean? That's not good.
Well, just
I always
everyone
worked
is
before.
clutching their pearls all of a sudden.
Don't matter if you got enough coin.
Son of a bitch! All right.
Roll
Oh my goodness.
We're all doomed.
We are all doomed.
What do y'all think?
We're doing great.
I am leaned back in absolute silence, staring at you with an open maw, just like
I could try it.
that. Okay, well, that went somewhere.
Well, why don't you try the young Colonel Sanders here and see what he has to say? I bet it's not much better.
Well, all right, well, Mr. Rusk, it's your turn. You have the floor.
I don't believe I ever volunteered myself for this.
By the way, meanwhile, hold on.
Are you getting into character?
Meanwhile, hold on now, gentlemen. Hold on. Meanwhile, Two Toes is said, "Oh my goodness, these gentlemen fighting over me.
I've got the
Fighting over
vapors.
me. That feels. I know.
Soak
now
it
I know
up.
what it-
I literally, Constance has scooted ever so slightly closer to Bethel to be away from the men for a moment, just to be like, okay.
I don't believe I ever volunteered for this. Why doesn't like
Bullshit.
I don't know?
Well, let's
Bethel
just go with my idea then.
Honestly, if we're going off of looks, Bethel is the most attractive here. Let her go up.
Now wait on just a minute, Buckaroo. don't jump to conclusions.
Well then.
I
Well,
need a shower.
I look over towards where Buckskin is standing, and I'm just like shaking my head, like, the fuck is this group?
I don't even know what's going on over there.
You just see
kinda-
Rusk
He's just
looking.
enjoying the show.
Yeah,
No,
He's like
I'm literally
stopping
looking
his
around. I'm looking for other things. I'm looking for anything. Maybe I can roll a notice. Roll a notice check.
Roll an anti-notice
To,
where you don't have to notice what's happening.
Yeah,
to
I don't
avoid
want
the
to. I don't want to
awkwardness.
see what's happening, but
You avoid
I
it.
kind of do.
No, like
kinda
literally, I
do,
would.
But I'm looking for other things that are out of the ordinary here.
Be,
Well, let's get
but
back to
also
brass
paying
tacks
attention.
here.
Be more
The whole point is we
specific,
need to get some
Buckskin.
information. I think.
My notice is on what I presume to be Showboat, but I don't know yet. I'm listening for people
Her?
shouting Showboat
How are we gonna know?
and trying to figure out a way, an avenue to see if she has anything that might be on her person that might tie her to Ace.
Ooh,
I'm honestly just
by what
waiting.
she's
Take the
doing.
bondage, huh?
I'm honestly just waiting for us to look over to where OT Wells was and notice that he's
Is
gone
that-
and already walking up to her.
Yeah, let's go with that. Let's
I'm
go
just
with OT,
waiting
just
for that.
ignoring all this silliness.
Can-
You hear a man
You got
in
some
the crowd
confidence from that?
say,
None of us ever said it was bad.
let's
so
give it
he
one
might
more
take that
time
up.
for Showboat, and everyone starts giving an encore applause for her.
Alright. So that's.
So we're sending
that's all I
Buckskin,
needed.
right?
That's all I needed.
gentlemen, either one of y'all get in there, or maybe we might have to do some kind of infiltration after the fact. One of y'all get in there now.
And I think Buck is waiting at the moment to see what happens afterwards, just to see, does she walk out into the crowd? Does she?
She's kind of like a celebrity after a show, kind of, hanging and greeting her audience and wooing them. But at this point, as you guys have been talking for like a half an hour, they're beginning to dissipate.
Uh-oh.
Listen, if one of you boys don't go in there, I'm gonna go in there too.
Well, while
Sometimes it's not all
they're
about
all. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sometimes it's about charisma and
Swagger.
initiative on the man's part. So you know what, OT? If you've got the swagger, I think you can nab her.
Oh!
Just because it rhymes.
Wow!
Just because it rhymes.
Did you just dab?
Just because it
Is that what
rhymes.
I'm missing in my
I didn't
life?
see it. I didn't
Are
see
you
it.
The swagger.
Didn't.
I think you're volunteering yourself at Bethel.
I think while
I
Oh,
don't
sorry, go
swing that way. No offense. I won't judge anyone for
We're
their
not
lifestyle, but
asking
I
you
don't
to
swing
sleep
that way.
with her.
We just need
Oh, okay.
information.
Well, in that
Look,
case,
Hold on. It looks like
Hair
Buckskin's
look
gonna
on
make
that.
him.
okay.
It looks like Buckskin's about to make his move.
hell
I'll try.
yeah.
See?
Let's see it. Let's see it.
I'm making a move. Just walk up. I saunter up.
Yeah, as much as
You
walking
like-
up.
You like do the
That's
big,
the
the wide
no.
steps.
No.
That's the
As we-
most normal looking
yeah.
man I've
No.
ever seen.
Buckskin.
Not a chance.
As we
Swagger
notice
up.
Buckskin walking up, all of us, I start just handing out cigarillos to all of us. So we're just all like bunched up.
No.
I do actually have a cigar. I hand it off to you before you
also got
walk
some
away.
chocolate, too.
I hand off the chocolate and the cigar to you, Buckskin. I go, just in case you use this, maybe As a gift.
Go for
Who
a
knows?
shotgun and a cigar.
Wow.
But you got this. You got this.
Tell her she's got some big knockers. Time.
Don't fucking say that.
Do
Don't listen to this
anything but
son of a
that.
bitch. Don't
Tell
listen
her
to
you're
this
interested in getting to know her.
All right.
Do literally the
Personality.
opposite of what OT's telling you to.
My nose starts bleeding and I die.
Buckskin.
Her
Get your
related-
Just get launched into the stratosphere from the
Buckskin. Get your happy ass in there.
And,
Go on.
yeah,
Go on, get.
I'm not near you. I'm nowhere near you.
Go on,
Go on,
now
get
and
Go on, get it.
get it.
So, Buckskin.
I saw Buck.
What do you do
Uh,
to grab her attention, Buckskin?
Buckskin just.
Do you
he's
grab
gonna
her
sign
physically
up.
to grab her attention?
No, I don't. I don't do that.
No, you should.
No,
Don't do that.
grab her
Man.
knockers.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna say Miss
Legal
Showboat.
state.
Remember, it's 1860.
Miss
Different
Showboat.
time.
I'm just gonna holler out and say Miss Showboat.
You
Miss Showboat.
and 20 other men are doing the exact same thing. It's very loud in here right now. Men are, it's very noisy. Piano's still
not gonna
going. People are hollering, hooting. Showboat, showboat, USA,
Over
USA.
ankle.
Okay. I'm gonna take my Ranger's badge and throw it at her. Kind of like towards her hands area.
Like a shuriken.
No,
a shirt.
toss, not throw, but
Yeah,
toss.
like a ninja.
For the teeth.
You're
Catches it-
tossing it
catches
to
in her
her.
teeth.
I
She
am.
catches it in her teeth like,
All right,
like
all right.
a mask.
Let's see, 31. Give me 1 sec.
You do 5 wounds.
No.
No.
Hey, you get her right
I'm
in the eye.
gonna reproduce. No, please. I'm tossing it, but I'm like, Showboat, your toys arrived.
Showboat,
yell
it's
it
the IRS.
The hell is that?
You've been served.
God dang. So, yeah, you kind of toss it, you holler out, Showboat, and she, like, very quick. Very, very quick. She's talking, she's shaking somebody's hand, and she leans in, gives one of the miners a kiss on his cheek, and as your badge flies in, she catches it, very gingerly and swiftly conceals it.
Provocative.
Did I see that?
Yes.
I see.
Well, because you're watching. I'm assuming you're watching her.
Yeah, I am watching. Yeah, I'm trying to make my way to this individual.
I got a raise.
Nice.
FYI, I'm very good at rolling digital dice. All right, so the crowd, she gets finally back on the stage and says, well, tonight is getting close to an end, and I think I have found my suitor tonight, the ranger in the back. She gestures towards Showboat, and literally lights go and shine over onto you.
He gestures towards herself.
On Showboat or on?
On you, Buckskin.
Oh,
on Buckskin.
Yeah.
Okay, you said Showboat. Sorry.
And she kind of beckons you over onto the stage.
Kind of look around at everyone. It's like uncomfortably.
We're both just, we're all just there like.
Get up
And
there,
we're like-
Buck.
Yeah, we're all
and I'm just like,
suddenly we revert to being the boys, and we're just all we're all like wingmen, and we're like, dude, get it.
Yeah.
Dude, get it.
yo, Bridie's over there.
I give the most
I
like
love
I look
that way.
I look to Buck and I'm like just mouthing. I'm like, you better fucking get this right. I swear to God. Like
Get up there.
just pissed. I'm like, don't.
I'm just
fucking
thumbs
stuck
up
in
thing.
there.
I'm just like,
At a soccer game.
I'm trying to like I don't know, inconspicuously do a thumbs up to Constance with the weirdest facial look. It's like, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah, we're gonna do this.
That'd be so awkward.
Okay.
Seriously.
So after that, what happens?
No, just getting the spotlight on you.
And then what?
Describe the sex
And then
scene, Mr. Marshall.
And then they kiss.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
no.
that I like. Cute.
And
Nice.
then what?
They held hands.
Okay. So.
Why is she walking down like is she still on stage? I don't know what's happening right now.
She takes your hand and puts it in hers, like in a clasp around her
Okay.
arm,
All right.
and
All right.
walks you off the stage and begins kind of leading you
I love
up the
this.
stairs.
I love where this is going.
An 80-year-old man.
And she
Really?
says under her breath,
Under her breast, you mean.
I don't
The elder
understand
abuse.
very well, ma'am.
and she says under her breath as you're walking up the stage,
Under her breast.
what exactly was that badge supposed to mean?
Oh.
I think Buck's gonna look over and say, "Sorry, ma'am, seemed appropriate.
Oh, come.
Just, I really
Brother.
need to talk
And
to
we're all
you."
in the crowd. We're like, "Ugh,
Yeah, we're all behind
I'm
the
here
door,
with,
just like,
Riz her up.
She stops as she's going up up the stairs. Faces
Do
you.
you know the name?
I
Do
saw
you know
that
the name
right.
Ace? Do you know the name Ace?
She puts her hands up to hush you. There's some other girls kind of on the other side of the balcony. She looks over at them and kind of hollers at them, "Écoutez la poule," and guides you further up the stairs. Does anyone speak French?
No. And actually, I have an anti-roll on that because
Isn't Rust?
two toes.
You're the one that
is
shit.
illiterate.
Well, maybe Rusk. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Continue.
That's it. No, definitely doesn't speak French. Even though, but, well,
Je n'ai pas.
actually, that's not entirely
You were
true.
in
I
a
guess
French
illiterate-
territory.
I was about to say, illiterate. So one of my negative traits is illiterate, but illiterate could mean speaking and writing, but I'm gonna assume it just means reading and
reading.
writing.
Literacy. Yeah. It's just reading.
Yeah, literacy. no.
But
Okay.
you would have it
Um,
as you would have to pick French. Like it would be on your character sheet.
I
yeah,
think
it's
I
just language. You need to add language skill.
But I think,
Great.
I think flavor-wise, it would make sense that, based on where he was, because of the occupation of the French. This is
Yeah.
pre-Louisiana Purchase. So, anyways, Two Toes says, "Je m'appelle français."
Give me an unskilled roll.
Okay, how do I do that?
It should be
on the
unskilled.
bottom.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I don't see it.
So,
I see.
Flavor-wise,
I
yes,
speak
it makes
French.
sense. But the thing is, speaking multiple languages is a literal mechanic. in
Yeah.
the rules. So
Okay. I could roll. I mean, we could do a intentional fail roll on that, and
to answer your question, Rusk does not speak French. He grew up poor as fuck and had no formal education. He would not have learned multiple languages.
You sound like the exact kind of person in Louisiana that would know French. Poor, uneducated. I'd
Literally,
probably
I
your
was
first
just
Yeah.
Well, if you allow me to fucking
No.
remake a part of my character, sure. But no, he does not speak.
that sounds Creole
He doesn't
Asian
speak Russian.
type of
He
shit
doesn't
right there.
speak French. He only learned English because he hung out with street kids.
But I'll
How do
give,
I
since you're both from
roll
Louisiana, you can
unskilled?
both get an unskilled check. It should be one of the default skills on your character sheet. So under traits, if you keep going, it should be the last thing. Untrained.
Unskilled attempt.
I feel like I might have
Well,
gotten
no.
an accident.
Let me see.
I think they were talking about tacos or something.
Yeah, you looks like you're moved it, but so that it's we can add it in though. It's pretty quick and easy. Untrained.
Help me, mom. Help me, mom. Mama.
It's unskilled attempt.
Mommy. Mom.
Mommy.
Mama. Help me.
It's
Bam.
called unskilled attempt. Yeah.
I
The,
put my
it
pants
used to be called untrained. Like you can on other people's character sheets untrained, unless someone.
Hey, there it is. Neat. Let's do it. Did it work? Yeah. All right. I did it.
Yeah, they changed it on the character sheet.
Oh shit!
Doubly no. But
Can I,
as you guys hear French, you do notice that place called Gaston's. You realize that there's actually portraits kind of hanging around the saloon that are of French depictions.
Do we see a Napoleon?
You might see Napoleon. French stuff. I won't slow you down with a minor detail like this, but obviously the place is very French.
Well, what happens with Buckskin walking up with Showboat?
All right. She hushes you and continues to lead you up. Takes a few more steps. Are you alone?
I assume so. Could I look around and see?
It's about to get erotic.
You look.
Wow, wow.
But you're.
I love this.
You're going up the stairs, and you say, "I assume so."
Go on.
No. Who's that? I'm sorry. You asked if I was alone. Is that Marshall talking, or is that?
Oh, that's Showboat. Are you here alone by yourself?
I'm not. No, I've got compatriots with me in the audience over there, and I kind of
Camera pans over to
look
us, still
over
giving
with
you
my
thumbs
eyes. I don't point. I don't do anything else beyond that. And it's like I've got about 5 others here with me. 4 others here with me.
Yeah.
5 others.
Y'all are too horny. All I'm gonna say.
Is there such a thing? What a ridiculous
I
statement.
hate to disappoint.
Marshall.
She looks at one of the girls and says,
Awesome
"USA,
statement.
USA." And as she continues to, she wraps her arm around yours again and leads you up.
Hot.
One of the girls that works here goes and gathers you all at the table you're sitting at. Please follow me.
Exactly. That's it. That's.
OT should be super excited. Just like,
OT's already half job.
Wait, so they're like some of the like gals actually working here come up to the table where we're sitting at and do that?
Yes.
Yeah, I gestured over to where
Two Toes again with his ornate headdress from the Chapka, and his dirtied, vine-covered body kind of shrinks down at the table, kind of looking to his left and to his right at the other members of the table to see, hopefully, that they weren't talking to him, the girls that came to the table.
Roscoe's gonna stand up and tip his hat to both the women. Ma'am.
Follow us, please,
And,
all of you. And they kind of trail you all behind Showboat and Buckskin.
As we're doing that, I'm like, I go, pardon me, but would it be all right if I went to the ladies' restroom just for a minute, just before we head out up there? I may be a minute. I have to take a moment for just my business.
I swear to God, Joe, if you're gonna go use the disguise kit.
Listen, I've done cocaine before.
If she's
You don't
going,
have
I'm
to,
going.
You don't have to-
Girls roll. We go to the bathroom
Yeah,
together.
ladies gotta stick together.
I'm going with you if you're doing cocaine.
You know, girls know what that means.
Exactly. I was about to say.
The girls know what that means.
She
I have
says,
to go to the bathroom just for a minute, if you don't mind, please.
if Madam Showboat says you come, you come.
Oh.
I fucking elbow Two Toes.
I'm taking a sip of water, and as I get the elbow, I'm just gonna get the elbow in my ribs as I'm drinking my water at the table. Not expecting
Listen.
that.
I'm glad to go up there and join the rest of the gentlemen, but I must admit that I need a moment to myself in the bathroom, please.
Then you will be excluded from the meeting, ma'am.
I'd be glad to be excluded. If it means that I can go to the bathroom and do my business.
He needs to pee.
She She said,
Real bad.
if the rest of you would please come this way.
Number 2.
Number 2.
I swear to God, if we see
No mature
Constance
OT.
come out of the bathroom with a fake mustache.
The ultimate disguise.
She's
The
gonna
Glasses in the
middle.
nose.
Yeah, there.
look.
It's not even a fake mustache. She just took a
They
Sharpie.
didn't think of that one.
There's not even indoor plumbing, but she's gonna take an upper decker in the bathroom. She's gonna shit the top of the bowl.
He's about to destroy that.
You are
doll.
led to a private room, where Showboat is waiting. Little makeup area for her and a bed, and a big chest that has a bunch of different show clothes and things like that in it, and a divider where she presumably gets changed and dressed, etc. The girls let you go all in, and they close the door behind you, and you're in there alone with Showboat. And she's like smiling and fanning herself, and as soon as the door closes, she kind of drops to a grimace and slams the fan down on her makeup table and looks at the rest of you. What the hell were you all thinking? Could you have all been any more obvious?
Yeah, Two Toes kind of gives the like, yikes.
I mean, yeah, we could have been more obvious. Is that what you wanted?
Could turn everyone's head
Please,
into a
please.
Don't encourage him.
Please
was it-
don't.
Was it meat
I think-
balloon? Was that the word you used previously?
I think Buck would have looked over and. Pardon me, ma'am. I'm not used to this sort of ordeal, but it seems as though you might know someone that we know that we're searching for. Well, not so much searching for no more, but searching for the culprits of a murder.
What outfit
I
are
don't
y'all
really
with?
have much.
Who are y'all?
What? I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
What outfit
Who is
are you all with?
y'all?
I'm Territorial Rangers. I'm a ranger, William Madsen.
And
Much obliged to meet you.
well, ma'am, if we're gonna
Yeah, I
be
can tell
more
by your badge
specific-
that's back in your pocket, sir. That's what you really are.
Well, ma'am, if we're gonna be more specific about who we're with, and I do that hand symbol.
Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. What happened
I do
to...
apologize.
Where's Ace?
For,
Ace is
Well-
dead.
you could have softened the blow a little bit more there, partner.
He's
That
dead.
varmint's he's no longer with
It
us.
is what it is.
Do you have proof of this?
Well, I do believe Buckskin has his badge and a letter.
Yeah, I took his badge as well from that, and I kind of show it. I know there's no difference, I think, between mine and his. I don't know if there was anything along that lines back then, but maybe they did do that.
Yeah, this could have been taken off of any ranger in Wyoming.
I also have this note.
Oh.
No.
Two Toes takes a moment and kind of nudges at the. Is it just on the note? I can't remember now. We were told something. Is that written down on the note? The little soliloquy, or
Yeah, that's on the
call?
letter we're talking about.
Okay, never mind then.
Let me see it.
Yeah, and I kind of hand it over to Showboat.
Takes the bloody note and sits down. Well, she reads it at first, and you see her kind of let out a big sigh, and she sits down with the note. She's just kind of holding it, thinking for a sec. She reaches into her bustier and pulls out a lighter,
Her boosting.
flicks it, lights it, burns the letter.
Oh, hold on there.
Quiet, you. She throws it in the trash as it burns to cinders.
Fine.
Ranger Carson was a friend. A good man. This town is run by a man named Silas Wanamaker, who seemed to be down on his luck gambler until something changed a few months back. Now he owns a piece of most every business in town. Hell, he owns this entire bar too. Enemies of his tend to disappear and are never found. Me and Carson were here working the case from different angles. I'm undercover. She kind of says, looking at you all. And him stirring things up. He even went up to Wanamaker's house on the hill and played some cards with him. Trying to rattle him up and stuff. I don't know what happened really, but it seems he lost his ghost gun. This gun was it's a handy Colt Navy. He said he took off of something unearthly. He must have discovered more though, because he took off for Dirtwater to try to reach Ranger HQ. Left word with the girls that he'd be back in a few days with some help or some information, but I guess that ain't coming. You being here might tip Silas off that we're working together, and I can't have that. Looks like you'll have to take Ace's spot in the stirring up department. The folks around town are no better or worse than anywhere else, but I've got this itch I get sometimes. Like something bad's about to happen. Something from the other side, if you know what I mean. Kind of looks you all over. And she does something kind of funny. She stands up and leans at the door. Grrr! Makes a chicken sound. She kind of looks at you all. It's a code. If I don't give it before about 5 minutes have passed, those girls out there will... Let's just say they have many talents. She walks back over to her makeup table and pulls out the biggest derringer from underneath her dress you've ever seen and clinks it on the makeup table. At first I thought the town marshal, Buck Norman, was just killing one of Maker's enemies or something. He's built for it. He's mean. He's cruel. But sometimes Norman was far away from where someone was last seen. I think Silas is spiriting people away, but I can't figure out how. The former owner of this place was Tawny McGee, for example. She just up and disappeared one night. Next day, Silas had the deed with her signature. He said she had to take care of a dying relative back east, so she gave him the hotel and left the night without so much as a suitcase. No one can disprove it, of course, though I've got the agency looking for her or any family members. That's about the situation we're in. What was that, Buckskin?
Person's signature. Yeah, was the person's signature on the deed?
Yes, there was.
Whose signature?
McGee's.
McGee.
And was the signature verified as hers, or did people just take him at his word?
Mm.
It looks similar enough. It's not enough to disprove anything.
I'm sure not enough for anyone to cause a ruckus with the strongest man in town.
Exactly.
Well.
Did you send the lawman here, the sheriff here? potentially in on it too.
Seems that way. But to what extent remains to be seen.
I doubt he would directly involve the lawman, but at the very least, he'd be bribing him to look the other way.
I fear it goes deeper than that.
But then you also said Silas, he's not here, and he's in Dirtwater. Up to no good there.
No, Silas, I'm not sure he's ever been to Dirtwater, to be honest with you. He's here running things.
Okay.
Yeah. Was there perchance a specific incident recently that might have caused this Silas to want to take out our other ranger friend right now?
Like I said, it was something must have happened during that card game. And if the Legion sent you all, then that's what I need your help finding out.
Well,
I have to stay undercover, so like I said, I need somebody to take up the stirring up part of things.
well, it's sure looking like my gambling talents might come in handy here.
Yeah, it seems like we're well equipped for that, but my question only is what was Ace doing running on the road between what might be Sundown here and Dirtwater? He was on a wagon train when he got ambushed. Was he carrying anything? Did he have anything beyond the information that he gave us?
Not that I know of. Like I said, he left to just try to notify help.
Okay.
Now, are these card games of his exclusive, or would it be easy to get in on them?
I don't think I've ever seen him turn down a challenge.
Have you
So
ever
we
seen
wouldn't.
Silas? Do you know what he looks like?
Absolutely. She gives you a description.
Well, I suppose it might be a good idea for one or two of us to challenge things while the others work out more discreet ways of investigating him.
Just to make sure, Marshall, neither me nor Bethel went up into this room when we went to the bathroom, or are we here currently?
Bethel, you went with Constance?
If you're there,
I
you're with them.
missed that part.
I would have gone with Constant.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
I don't want
pause
to
as
go
you
alone
guys
in a place like this.
you guys mull over questions for Showboat. What are the girls doing?
Roll Constitution if you can.
Put this muscle over me, quick!
If you can-
Do like the disguise kit.
Oh no, I was gonna
I'm
say
helping her with her dress.
roll Constitution for the terrible vapors that might be overwhelming you right now.
We're doing drugs in the bathroom. Just kidding.
Yeah, we're
Or
getting
am I?
crunk. We're getting crunk in the bathroom.
Yeah, I want to be there.
No, I would
Girls
have.
only.
I would have probably been like, okay, listen, I'm still unsure
Hey, you
of how
got
to.
any ketamine?
No, I got.
Sorry.
Yes.
You broke Joey.
I literally. I'm like,
This is a
You
little,
see-
this is a
you
little
see
casual, okay?
Constant goes, what?
You
No.
need
Never
Damn,
mind.
no.
Never,
to seek the
never mind.
Lord.
Look,
Sorry.
Okay, look, I was bringing you in here to be like, hey, one of us needs to get into disguise just in case those fucking buffoons up there act a fool and get themselves in trouble, and we need to disguise ourselves possibly to get to a better demeanor, because I know for a fact at least half of them are acting off instinct and not actually with their mind. Do you understand?
No.
They're acting.
Didn't she
a fool.
already seen us?
Did she?
You better have a damn good disguise in there, because I swear, she looked me right in the face. She looked me right in the eye. I think she wanted me to go up there with her, and she...
Did she?
She looked
You better have a
directly
damn
at
good
all of you
disguise.
sitting. You're all sitting at a table together.
I swear she looked
Man.
right at me, okay?
I will say this is a lapse in conscience and intelligence on my part. I do apologize.
Okay.
I don't think that this is going to work no more.
Just having a silly old time.
If they saw us at the damn
good.
table, god
Well,
damn
we're
it.
already here. Might as well put on fake mustaches.
Just a couple
Look,
of gals in the
just
bathroom.
a couple of gals. I mean, I think I do have a couple of fake mustaches, but I mean, if they already saw us, I mean, what's it gonna look like? We're gonna look like two women with mustaches on our faces.
Look at what I'm wearing, Gail. I'm the only one in here doesn't dress like a fucking nun. You think I'm gonna go up there with a fucking mustache and she's gonna be like, oh, who's this gentleman? No, it's not gonna work like that. We're just gonna look weird, alright?
You might be onto something there, actually.
You see my point?
I see the point. I see it, and you've made it.
Father, you get out that ketamine I know you have in your pocket.
Don't have any
we
ketamine.
go join
I don't have any.
there.
For fuck's sake, Bethel, I ain't got no damn ketamine.
Okay, sorry.
It hasn't even been invented yet.
I don't
Moving on.
own any. I'm trying to get off
It's
the
a research chemical.
A
Florida
what?
girl.
Remember, technology has
Don't
advanced
ask.
very far, in a very short amount of time.
Ain't that
It's
the shit
also
they
from
use
the
for
Quadrant.
horses?
I am not the right gal to be asking about no damn ketamine. Go ask one of them other girls out there, maybe even some of your compatriots who probably have some hidden away. You know what? I bet you they do have some.
Two
How
Toes is
about-
just a pothead.
You know what? He did seem like such one. Like, he looked like he might have been a little bit of a pothead.
It's a dang old hippie.
All right, so
Right.
other crew in the meeting. Do you have any other
We're
questions?
just having an argument in the girls' bathroom about who's got what on them.
It's
Yeah.
not too much makeup.
I think I have one more here. Now, you mentioned Ace was how did you phrase it? Causing a stir for you?
Yeah,
Now,
he
when
was
we
going
first-
around town asking questions, being pretty obvious what his objective was.
That's what we do.
Now, would perchance a good way of drawing attention to ourselves be I don't know, entering that little competition they got in 2 Moon in 2 days?
Like, that would definitely, I think, catch attention. But that's 2 days
Well,
away.
it just so happens we have one of the best shooters this side of the Mississippi.
Oh, you
I'm
flat.
pointing over to Buckskin.
Oh, right.
I'm pointing over to the wall.
What about to the window?
I do believe he could draw quite a bit of attention with his
Sorry.
shooting skills.
Sorry.
Attention that might get us some special privilege from our friend Silas.
Well, if getting good attention is your objective, that would be one way to do it. Like I said, though, it's about a day and a half away. But
Well, until then, we
Yeah, I
could
thought it was
do
in
some
town
more
here.
discreet digging.
all right, I leave it in your hands. I don't think the Legion would have assigned you to this if you weren't capable.
Capable, hey.
Well,
Well, Miss Showboat. Do you guys have any other questions before I say anything else that I'm going to say?
go ahead,
Does anyone
bud.
else have anything?
Brother, don't let us stop you.
We got a description of Silas, which you put somewhere, I think, because I don't think you really described them.
She
Right.
does. She gives you a
And it
description.
was-
I don't have it on me right now.
And that is. Oh, okay.
Insert description later.
Right.
Is she
All
hot?
right. I'm just checking. I'm just checking. Maybe
How big
maybe
are
I said maybe-
knockers?
Yeah. Silas, man, is she double D or no?
Okay, take it easy.
Well, you definitely know Silas is a man.
Dale.
For one.
You never know. You never know. You never know. Anyways, this shootout, is he someone that frequents this little shooting event?
He's partly running it.
Oh, he is? Okay. Seems like a good place to go to. I was to say make yourselves known as I look to the rest of the group, but maybe figure some more out here. Miss Showdown, so you already gave me back my shield, and I appreciate that. I'm not here to cause more disturbance. I'm just trying to do the right thing, and I'm about to settle something from Ranger that was killed.
Just make sure my cover isn't
my ways.
Just keep my cover concealed. That's all that's important. I can make sure that your expenses here are covered.
All I know is, well, it's much appreciated. Anyone who done wrong to a ranger is going to answer to me, and they ain't going to like it.
I like your confidence. I hope it's true. But I tell you what, if you do pull this off, I'll give you $500.
I ain't asking for money.
Well, that's what the agency's provided me to. So, if you do this, that's yours anyway.
Oh, maybe we'll be back then.
You can have rooms at the Sunset Arms. They're free.
Sunset Arms, huh?
Matter.
Anything else you can tell us about the town here? Anything we should look out for, aside from the sheriff?
Mostly the sheriff. There's been some rumors of items disappearing at Sunset Arms, so just make sure you keep your gear on lock.
Understood. General demeanor of the people, are they
They're just
pretty well-natured?
Super chill.
They're just trying to make a living.
Dog, they're fucking chill. Super fucking chill.
AF.
You're not here.
AF, dog. Chill to the nines.
Well, we appreciate your time.
Hell, chill.
And I think Buck's going to start making for the door while the rest of the group figures out how they're going to say goodbye.
Might have fun meeting you, man. And then I'll walk out as well.
While Buck's walking to the door, he's going to reattach his ranger badge to his vest underneath his duster.
Oh, God, I'm waiting for
All right
to say bye.
At this point, the sun has gone down. You guys are free to explore the town of Sundown now that the sun is down. Next time